Hello there, it's Carrie Rhodes here. Welcome back to the Scrapbook Pal YouTube channel. Today I am creating a magic iris card with some of the new products in the Scrapbook Pal shop from Lawn Fawn. It is so fun that they have added this die set right here, the heart add-on for the magic iris. So your magic iris can open inside of a heart. They also have these heart messages, magic heart messages that fit inside, and I'm throwing in this cute new stamp set with the little mouse. But here is the original magic iris die set. If you haven't seen this before, it is an interactive mechanism for your cards. There is a donut shape you're going to cut 3 of, and one of them you're going to cut out that gear shape from the center. You're going to need 3 of these balloon pieces, and they just lock right in to those little openings that that gear die creates on one of those donut shapes. So that is what is going to create the magic iris. We're going to need some 3/16 of an inch mini glue dots, and those are going to go on the X that you'll find the die cut for you on the end of those balloon-like shapes. So 1 on each of the X's. This is a crucial part for the magic iris so that it will open and close. So make sure you get those on the X and that you get the 3/16 of an inch size mini glue dots. Okay, we're going to have that all lined up before we add on a second donut piece right on top. And you just want to make sure you're getting things nice and lined up before you press down. So that should line up with the other donut. And then on the back side, you'll see that gear die left some little U shapes on the inner ring, and that is an indication to you where to put these strips right here. They have rounded or notched ends, so that's going to line up with that notch where you put the adhesive with the edge of the inner ring. Now we're going to flip that over that we have those in place. You're going to have it so it's almost like a Y shape and the bottom of the Y is pointing towards you. That's going to show you where to put the handle so that it's almost creating a V shape. Next, we're going to put adhesive on the ends of those 3 pieces that create the Y that are sticking out. Set the third donut piece down and then just fold those over. You don't want to fold them snugly. They want to just be lightly folded over so you can easily move that magic iris and it's ready to go. Now we just need to create all the other things. So in this new heart add-on, there is a piece that will be the handle, but I wanted to get my piece of cardstock ready before I die cut those things with some clouds using the cloudy stencil from Lawn Fawn and Spun sugar ink and distress oxide. I am creating a Valentine scene, so I love pink clouds, but you could easily do this with blue. I happen to love pink and red. I made a lot of Christmas cards this year that were pink and red, and so I thought it would be really fun to, extend that over into Valentine's because it's a great color combination for Valentine's. So once the hearts are done, I can take that magic iris heart add-on and I can die cut that out. It's going to create the opening for the magic iris and for the handle, and it leaves a nice stitched edge around everything. Now I'm going to take this heart right here and die cut out my handle so it matches and you kind of blend in. You might want to stamp your magic heart message on that heart. We'll get to that in a minute. Just remember that heart. Okay, I've glued on the handle. Now you can see like it doesn't fit right, but that is just because this magic iris can be used without a cover plate. And so when you do a cover plate over the top of it, your handle needs to be angled so that it lines up with the edge of the panel. So we just trim off the excess, and then I colored the arrow a gray color and drop that in place. I'm going to set that aside and do some stamping and kind of getting everything ready for the cover before I put everything together. So I have taken this sentiment from the same little mouse stamp set that says "You Make My Heart Smile," and this set is called I think it's called "You Make My Heart Smile" or just "Heart Smile." So it has part of the sentiment that is scripty, and you can die cut that out too if you want. I think it's a really fun sentiment. So I stamped that with lobster ink, and now I'm moving on to just a scratch piece of red cardstock, and I'm stamping out one of the heart messages from the Magic Heart Messages set with red cardstock with white ink, and then I'm going to also emboss it with white embossing powder. I absolutely love white embossing on red cardstock. It's so bright and cheery and fun. So that's what I decided to do. It'd be a nice surprise when you open that magic iris to see that pop of red. Okay, so here's the coordinating die that goes with this. However, it's super cute, but it is too big for you to pop it into the magic iris once the magic iris is all created. And since I use that heart from the center, I cannot stamp my heart onto that heart that would just drop in. So I laid my panel onto this pink cardstock where I knew it was going to go once I'm all said and done, and I traced that heart opening. Then I put my heart down with some liquid glue, put the cover back on, and was able to scoot it around and get it lined up. So that's what I did. Okay, now we're going to stamp out this cute little mouse, which is holding on to a heart-shaped balloon. And in the balloon, I'm going to take this teeny tiny XOXO from the Magic Heart Messages and stamp that right on the balloon. It's so tiny, it fits in there perfect. Plus there's some other little messages you could stamp on the balloon too. I think that's really fun to combine those two sets together. Okay, for the coloring, I am using my Copic markers, and I'm starting out with R46 as my darkest color. I'm going to blend that out with some R27, and then my lightest color, I'm going to come in and just soften everything out. It is R08, and you can see it there on the screen if you want to replicate these colors. I am going to avoid that little shine mark on the balloon and just leave that white for now. Okay, then we're going to move on to the coloring of the mouse itself, and I'm going to use some neutral gray markers. I have 4 different colors, but I'm going to keep him really light. So my darkest color is actually N3, and then I'll blend that out just a little bit more, creating a more or larger gray area with the N2, and then the same thing with the N1, just making the colored space a little bit bigger with the N1, and then softening out everything, blending it out, and filling it in with the N0. And a little bit on his belly. I wasn't sure what I wanted to do there. And then for the pink areas, I'm doing R21, cheeks, nose, and the inside of the ears to finish that off. I'll die cut that out with a coordinating die, and he is so very cute. Okay, so now I'm gonna lay things out where I want them to go because I want to do a little bit more with this cover. I'm gonna stamp out this little cluster of solid hearts in the same lobster ink once I have the mouse in place, and then I can use it as a reference and know right where I want these to go. So I'm going to stamp this out 3 times, and it is a solid stamp. So I recommend just holding it on your paper a little bit longer than you normally would with a line image to make sure you get really nice coverage. Now I've brought in this rainbow die set here. It has some clouds, the stitched rainbow die set. I die cut those out from some pixie dust glitter cardstock from Lawn Fawn. I die cut the little faces. I added some pink cheeks. So very cute. I put a little scrap of gray cardstock on the back to fill in their smile, and that just really helps the face show up. You could also do black, whatever color really goes with your creation. All right, I'm adding on those things directly to the card now. I'm not popping them up because this card is going to have enough thickness to it with the magic iris there in the middle. So just glued everything down, and now I am ready to stick the magic iris. So on the front side, we're going to put adhesive everywhere around that outer donut piece. And then you're going to lay the magic iris with it shut on your mat, and then just carefully line up the edge of that handle with the edge of your card, making sure the magic iris looks right in the opening, and then press down. Okay, now to adhere this to our card front piece, you only want to put adhesive on the 3 arms, not on the whole magic iris. And then you'll put some foam squares around, making sure you haven't blocked your handle. If you put it up too high, the handle won't open all the way. So make sure you don't have that foam square in the way, and then you can move your magic iris, make sure everything works before you press it down. And then I'm adding this piece, which is actually 5 1/4 inches by 4 inches onto an A2 size card base. So that's a piece of cardstock that's 8 1/2 by 5 1/2 scored at 4 1/4. Now I wanted to add some more hearts from this set because they have 2 different size open hearts and 2 different size solid hearts that you can use to stamp little faces on. And not only do they have the cutest little smiling faces, but they have little cheeks. So I tried really hard to stamp these out. I stamped 4 because in case I messed up, like I needed a little practice, and I did end up using 2 of them. I think they're really cute. If I did it again, I'd probably just do a darker shade of pink than my cardstock for the cheeks. All right, so now I'm going to stick those on with just a little glue dot right by the hearts, and I think all the smiles on this page really set the tone for this card with that sentiment. So that was like the finishing touch that I thought this card needed. Plus they kind of remind me of like a little heart-shaped candy. Okay, for the mouse, I thought some white gel pen would really help bring him to life. So I brought out my number 5 Jelly Roll pen and just added some little dots to the eyes, the cheeks, the ears, and the arms, and it really adds that highlighted look that I love. All right, so there's my magic iris with the really cool pop of red and white on the inside saying Happy Valentine's Day. And I did stamp I love you lots, or love you lots, from that magic heart messages on the inside of my card. And I'm pretty sure I'm going to send this to one of my nieces for Valentine's Day. It's so much fun. I think that they'll love it. All right, thank you so much for stopping by the Scrapbook Pal channel. You can watch some more of our videos right here next if you like. All the things I've used are linked for you below, and I will see you all again very soon with a new video right here on Scrapbook Pal. Bye!